Hello everyone and welcome back to the King of the Ring podcast. My name is Anthony, your host, and joining me today is a good friend of mine, and his name is Connor. How you doing, Connor?
I'm fine. I'm here on the King of the Ring podcast.
Yep. Me and Connor do another podcast on Wolfie Pack Games channel, the Poopcast, and I thought I'll bring him on today. We talked a lot about wrestling on there, and I thought we can incorporate it onto my channel on the King of the Ring podcast. So today, guys, what we're going to be talking about is the current belts in WWE and the people who hold them. So me and Connor have watched a lot of wrestling. We talk a lot about wrestling on the Poopcast, which you should check out because we do talk, like I said, talk a lot about wrestling. You think you might enjoy it. So currently there is 5 belts in the WWE. There's 1 main belt, 2 sub belts, the tag belts, and the Divas Championship.
There's technically another one if you count the first one twice.
Yeah, I don't know why they've put them together. That devalues the belts. I think you should have them separately. But so, which belt would you want to talk about first, Connor?
I think since we've mentioned it, I think we should go for the World Heavyweight.
Right, so we're gonna go for what they're calling the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which is a combination of the WWE title and the World Heavyweight Championship belt.
So it's like unified.
It's unified, yes. So your current champion, he's held it for 38 days so far, is Daniel Bryan. He won it at WrestleMania 30, and which was a decent match, but
Great match.
the thing is with me, I still don't think he should have been champion. Like I don't think he should be champion. I like him,
Well, I like him.
but I don't think he should be champion. At the minute, when I look at the roster, I think they should just kept with Randy Orton. He's a good heel. He's experienced. He's the most sort of solidified
He's respected.
World heavyweight champion, and no,
He's a respected champion.
exactly, he's respected, and I think him keeping the belts would have been the smart thing to do, and then have Daniel Bryan win another time or whatever. But I think Randy Orton should be the champion still, because the WWE and the World Heavyweight belts have a lot of credibility, especially the World Heavyweight Championship dating back to WCW and NWA. So it's a very big belt, and you know the greats. I mean the absolute greats have touched that belt. You know,
I haven't. What are you talking about?
Exactly, we haven't touched the belt just yet, Connor. But
We have to
hopefully
beat
we can.
Usos first so we can get the tag team battle. You know what I mean?
Aye, Wolfie Pack Games tag team coming at you. So I think for me, when you look at the greats who've held this belt, you know, you've got The Rock, Triple H,
Stone Cold.
you know, Stone Cold. The list goes on and on and on, crossing generations of wrestling. You know, going right back to Ric Flair, you know, and all the people in WCW. You know, WCW, and I just don't think he should have the belt at the minute. I think he should have like given it a bit further into his career. I think he's sort of been given it a bit too quickly. Yeah, he works hard and he puts a damn good shift in, but I don't know. For me,
Should I tell you my problem? What my problem is with it?
Sure.
I feel like he's been given it too early, just because at the moment I've been doing some research as of late, and it's all about Daniel Bryan being the new like best gimmick in the WWE, and all the fans love him. It's like
I think
they're only doing it.
I think the reason why he's the champ is because he's so over. I think with his yes gimmick, because it's such a easy thing to sort of learn and to do. Everyone can do it. Age, race, it doesn't matter. You know, everyone can do it, and you know, people love that shit, and they realise his popularity, and you know, it would be stupid not to make him world heavyweight champion at this time, but I don't know. He's not a world heavyweight champion in my eyes, but I think we can talk about that a little bit more after we've talked about the other belts. And the next one we'll go on to is the Intercontinental title.
Don't get started with that belt.
Now this belt has took quite a drastic drop, in my opinion, of respectability in the last I don't know, like 7 years, 6-7 years. Chris Jericho, all the people back in the day, The Rock, Triple H, they all held it. Ultimate Warrior, did Stone Cold ever win the Intercontinental?
I think he did once, yeah.
Yeah, you've had so many greats win it, and sorry, just having a quick drink there. Nowadays, you have like when someone wins the belt, they might only defend it maybe 4 or 5 times a year, and a lot of the time they're just carrying it around with them, and that's not a champion, you know. Big E Langston won the Intercontinental title. I can't remember who it was off because I didn't give a shit about the match.
Yeah, I don't really
And
care about that title anymore, to be honest.
and
I used to
and
love it.
now Wade Barrett has won it. Oh, bad news, Barrett is they've called him. They've scrapped the Wade thing. Um, Now he's won it. I'm hoping that he defends it more because he's more of a fighter. You know, his whole gimmick and his whole aura about him is he's a fighter and he's ready to kick some ass. And I think Wade Barrett is going to sort of bring a little bit of respectability back to it. I mean, obviously it's going to take years to do that because of what they did when they tarnished the belt. I loved it when they brought the classic WWF Intercontinental style belt with the white strap and the two gold plates. I thought that looked awesome. You know, very reminiscent of the old titles in the era in the 90s and the late 80s.
I have kind of a rant as well. Just a little one.
All right, okay.
What I don't understand about the Intercontinental belt is it makes us think of the European Championship,
I
and
used
with
to love that goddamn belt.
the European Championship, I remember a Canadian and a Mexican fighting over it. It's like if you're gonna name something like that, at least put some sort of like
Keep it to the continent.
exactly United States champion. Oh, what's that? Sheamus. He's Irish.
Yeah, I used to love the European Championship. On a side note, just people like William Regal,
Regal. Yes.
like them being the champion. Oh man, that brings back some awesome memories of WWF at the time. And I just love that belt. I wish they brought that back. That'd be awesome. That really would be. Because then you'll have like people from England, Germany, Switzerland, all the people in Europe fighting for it. You know, and that'll give. That I think that could. I think a European title. I think might come back. I don't. I think it might. Hopefully, I would want it to get rid of the United States
I don't
belt,
think they'll bring it back. Like
and then give Sheamus the European because he's from Ireland or whatever. But
it makes sense.
yeah. So the next belt we'll go on to is the United States title. Now, for me, I've never liked this belt since the introduction of this belt in WWE. I mean, it's been in WCW, ECW. The United States belt has it's been around for a long time, and when you look at it now, it's for jobbers, people who can't get nowhere on the roster and who need a belt to hold on to look credible. Sheamus, you look at Sheamus. What's he done since he last won the World Heavyweight title? Jack shit. He's been in stupid face versus heels 6-man tag matches. He's been in like versus Titus O'Neil in matches that make no sense, have any credibility to them. And I really hope that they get rid of that belt and bring in another belt, or make it so there's only 4 belts and it makes Intercontinental Championship worth more because that's the stepping stone to the World Heavyweight title. And Dean Ambrose wasn't a good United States champion at all. He didn't provide anything, in my opinion, that was championship worthy. And now you've got the likes of Sheamus holding it, and it just, in my opinion, it tarnishes the belt. And I really hope that in the future that they see that, and that they can maybe move on and bring back the European, or even, God forbid, the Hardcore title, which was one of my favourite titles of all time. It was such a fun title. It would change. Sometimes it changed. WrestleMania 17, I think it changed 5 times in one night. You know, it was such an awesome belt. The fact that it could change hands at any time, and I think that was what a title needs nowadays. Unpredictability, pure excitement that the WWE lacks at the minute. And I think for the next one, I want to talk about the tag team belts. Now, if you didn't know already, Connor is currently away from the mic a second.
I'm back. I'm here.
All right, okay, you're back.
I was
Yeah,
just let you know.
just background noise.
Yeah.
But so you could hear that, did you?
Yeah, I was just listening.
Right. So do you agree with that what I said, or do you have anything to add to what I said?
Yes, I love the hardcore title.
Yeah. So I think what we can talk about now, Connor, is the tag team belts. Now for
You
me,
say ooth.
I say Queero, but when I look at the tag belts now, why did they make them that awful bronze color?
I've
Why
no
not?
idea. It looks like some sort of like Olympian Roman thing.
It looks like a 2 pence piece, and it doesn't look as gold. I think if it was
Very nice.
gold, I think if it was a gold design with gold side plates, it would look a
Yeah.
lot better.
And why use the term winning the gold? Because it's not gold, it's like fucking bronze or something.
Yeah. And there hasn't really been too many tag. They shove basically two jobbers together now and call them a tag team.
Saying I love the Usos.
And the Usos seem to go well together.
They've got chemistry, you can see
they're
it though.
probably the best. I want to say the best tag team in WWE in this current day and age now, 2014.
They ain't no
You know?
Hardy Boys level, but
Oh, they're not the Dudley Boys and like Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys and Right Sense and all the tag teams back in the day. You know, when they were all fighting for it and stuff like that. You know, they're not that good, but they have the potential to have a really good reign. And it'll be interesting to see what WWE does with them regarding that.
you mean doesn't do.
Yeah, but I think what we can do is maybe talk about the WWE Divas title, and then we can talk moving on into back to the World Heavyweight. I think because I think that's where we can talk about the most. I think with the Divas title, personally I preferred the Women's Championship. I thought that was.
I don't know why they changed it. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's just for a promo for Total Divas, if I'm being honest. So like I was saying, I think it's just a whole big promo for Total Divas, if I'm being honest.
I mean, when you look at the past women's champions compared to the last couple of years, they're just like the people nowadays cannot wrestle themselves out of a plastic bag, and I think that might change with it changed a bit with AJ Lee and Paige at the minute, but I don't know. Like you said, I think that belt's got no credibility, and I don't think it ever will, which is a shame. But yeah, so I think. Do you want to maybe talk a little bit more about the Divas, or should we move on to
Go call.
I think we'll go back to the main titles. Now, when we talked a little bit briefly about the World Heavyweight title and the WWE title, we sort of said that I said anyway that I would want Randy Orton to have retained. Now, the only reason I want that to retain is because I want the belts, like the people who have them, to have long reigns. You know what I mean? I want the belt to like mean something. Like when you win that belt, you know that
You're the best in the company.
Yeah, that the top dog, and that you know that you like. I don't know, like you're just the best. You know, and when you look at the World Heavyweight title now, you know, like they've changed the WWE belt. In my opinion, I don't like it. It looks too big. A bit too square as well. But I think Randy Orton should be the World Heavyweight Champion, and I think the WWE Champion should probably be either John Cena or Daniel Bryan at the minute. As much as I don't want John Cena to beat Ric Flair's record of most titles held, I think.
I'm actually not that bothered about that record, to be honest. As much as
Well,
I respect Ric Flair for what he's done to the company, but
I respect the wrestling too much to have Ric Flair's thing cut his record beaten by someone who's been in the business like 20 years less than him.
I bet you Triple H could probably beat that record, you know, if he kept going.
Probably. He could just keep making title matches every night.
Put him in it.
Yeah, just put him against like someone in a wheelchair who can't.
If I'm being honest,
fight
it
for
doesn't really
himself.
bother me when he does that. Much everyone gets annoyed, but it doesn't really bother me if I'm being honest.
But so I think guys, I think we'll probably cover a few other belts in another podcast down the line, whether it's with me co-host Michael or whether it's with another guest such as Connor or another person. So I think we can probably call the podcast here if you don't mind. So I think that's another episode of the King of the Ring podcast, guys. Make sure to subscribe, click the like button, that'd be awesome. And most importantly, above all those things, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the belts and who you think should be holding them. And that'll be awesome, guys. So I'll see you hopefully on Saturday with another episode of the King of the Ring podcast, guys. See you later.
So yeah.